Hello! Well, as promised, I'm going to show you how I make my cute little collages on balsa wood. And I measured these, and I got the measurements wrong. I thought it was 3.5 by 2. It's actually 3 inches by 2 inches. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can use any that you want, but that's just the size that I'm using today. What I'm also using today is Mod Podge Matte. What I like about this is that it's a glue and a sealer and a finish all in one, so you can just use that for everything. And I'm going to do a kitty cat one today. I also have some other images that I thought about using, but I thought this sweet little kitty was so cute. Some little background papers here. And let's see, what else do we need? A couple of brushes that you're not too bothered about. These are just old paint brushes that I just use for things like Mod Podge and sealer, and it doesn't matter if they get ruined, basically. A pair of fine point scissors, a glue stick, which can be quite handy. And I want to give a little shout out to my friend Jennifer Sarah. She made this. It's a sea slug paintbrush holder, and I absolutely think it's just the cutest thing. And I normally use it when I'm watercolor painting to hold my brushes when they're drying. But I thought today they'd be handy to hold my brushes while I use my my sealer and my glue finish. So I will put a link to Jennifer Sarah's Etsy store. She's an amazing ceramic artist and a fellow aromatherapist as well, and her work is just wonderful, and I have a few pieces of hers and I just love them. So I'll pop a link in there so you can take a look at her Etsy store. Okay, so well, let's get started. So we start off obviously with a plain little piece of balsa wood. Then I'm going to decide which background do I want. Do I want to go with a texty background? That's quite nice. Makes it me a little bit. But then I'm thinking maybe, oops, just knocked my camera, sorry about that. Perhaps something a little bit more fun. Oh, you see, that's quite fun. And these are Italian papers, and I really love these. I think we'll go with this piece. And this is a great way to use all those little pieces of scrap papers that you haven't used, and you think, maybe I'm going to throw that away. Well, not if you do these, because you can use all of these little pieces of paper, which is just really great. There's no waste. Well, hardly any waste anyway. So what I'm going to do is just pop that on there. Oh, it just about fits. I am going to take a pencil, which I'm hoping I have here. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm just going to quickly trace around a little piece of wood, just roughly. You can always trim it a little bit more later on too. I'll get my slightly larger scissors to cut. Okay, so we're just going to cut out the piece of paper. And we are very, very snowy at the moment here in the Pacific Northwest. Where we are about 550 feet above sea level, so we always manage to get a little bit of snow, but it is looking so pretty, but it is so cold, and we're not going anywhere because our driveway is very steep and it's very icy. Okay, so let me just see if that's going to fit. Yeah, I think you could do it a little bit. Oops, I'm so sorry I took that away from the camera. Just a tinsy little bit more of a trim of the edge there, I think. Just a sliver. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That pretty much works. The other thing that you can do once you have these made, if you've got a little bit of paper overhanging at the end, when everything's dry, you can take a fine piece of sandpaper and just give it a little sanding on the edges, and it'll just get rid of any extra paper, and it'll give you a nice smooth smooth edge. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Mod Podge here and just put it directly on the piece of wood here. Think of this, I think I said this in my last video, think of this as almost doing kind of like an artist trading card, even though it's a slightly different size. It's very similar. There we go. Okay, so we have that covered. Pop my brush over here for now. Lay the paper on top. Just line that up best you can. And give it a good, just rub all over the top there. Sometimes I'll do this too, so it just, okay. And make sure there's no air bubbles. Sometimes you do get air bubbles, and then that's when you have to go in with a little pin or your X-Acto knife, and you can just give it a little, you know, wherever the bubbles are, and let the air out. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so let's have a look. That's pretty close. I can see a little bit here. Well, hello, Miso. You coming to join us? Uh-oh. So here comes Miso. Oh, you're not going to plonk your bum there, are you? Okay. Last time it was Koru. This time it's Miso. Okay, I'm just going to trim off that little bit extra paper there. So now we have our very fun and colourful background. This is going to be a party cat, I think. So the next thing we're going to do is pop the kitty on top there. And again, we're going to use our trusty Mod Podge. You don't need a huge amount. I'm just going to put it straight on the paper here because we're going to seal this up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Take our kitty, our birthday kitty, and pop her on there. And then we're just going to pop a little bit of Mod Podge on top just to help. And this Mod Podge, it dries pretty quickly. It's actually pretty nice to use. Okay, and you might hear my kitties chasing each other in a minute because I can see tails swishing here. Anyone with kitty cats will know what I mean. Okay, so now we have our sweet little kid. So the next thing I'm going to do is think, do I want something else on there? Yes, I do. So I have these little flowers. I think this kitty needs a flower now. Does it need that one? Oh, that one. I don't know, that covers a lot of the paper. Oh, or does she need a little mushroom? Or a rather large mushroom? Oh, I know what we're going to do. Let's give her a mushroom because I've had another idea. I still have a bit of Mod Podge left on this paintbrush, so I'm going to overlap the mushroom a little bit on the kitty. And here we go. I'm going to pop a little bit more on top of the mushroom here, not too much. Okay, and then I'm going to look in my little stash that I have here, and I want to see if I can find a little bird, like a, let's see, now that is far too big. It might be that these birds are just a little too big. Let's have a look-see. They're fantastic birds, but they're definitely too big. Is that one too big? Oh, hello, Miso. Are you going to come by again? No, don't eat that. She's just going to sit. Okay. I think... No, that bird is too big. Oh, sugar lumps. Okay. Well, my plan didn't quite work. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this funny little crow thing. No, I'm not. I think instead instead, I'm going to do some words because I can't find a bird that's small enough and the flowers are just a little too big. So we're going to pop those back in here. And we're going to find some words. Now, this is a sheet from, again, Lisa's Altered Arts. She does wonderful word sheets as well. And let's have a look. I quite seem to stay. Okay. Okay, I kind of I like this one. I'll show you it in a minute when I cut it out. I have a purpose, and that purpose of this kitty cat is to just be really cute and sweet. And I think she's, you know, pretty much accomplished that. Okay, so we'll cut those out. But I am going to cut the words out so I can put them here and here. Oh, hello, Miso. And you're back again. I think we'll put the words like that. Let me zoom in so you can see better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to take my brush again. Actually, I might take the smaller brush this time. Are you helping me, darling? Hello. Oh my goodness me. I will get this done. And I'm just going to pick up the words, not word. I have a purpose. Okay. Now, something I haven't brought out with me are embellishments, so you can always add a few embellishments to this if you want to as well. What I am wondering, actually, is... How am I looking on time? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take one of these flowers, stick it on the corner, and I'll show you what I'm going to do, because I need a little something up here. Okay, so I'm going to pop the flower here. Okay, now you can leave it like that, but because this is on wood and this is just a paper flower, what I'm going to do is turn this around. This is almost dry already, and I'm going to just snip, oops, those little corners there, and there you go. So I think we're going to call that one finished. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit of a, hopefully, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't done one of these in a while, so please be gentle if you comment. But as I say, these are so easy and they're really fun and make sweet little gifts for friends and family. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support. I really appreciate it. It allows me to just do what I really love. And I will be back with another video soon. Okay, everyone, take good care. Bye, everybody.